there is the backlog, right, of business, the order book. It's like $450 billion. Then there's the outlook for cloud this year, and then there's the trajectory through to the end of the decade. Why is the stock reacting like this, and what was the data that you jumped on?
Yeah, it is the order book, basically, because that order book is going to bleed into revenue over the next several years, depending on how soon Oracle can get those data centers live and get those workloads in.
When we talk about AI in the context of cloud, we've been talking about the hyperscalers, and then we've been talking about neo cloud, renting GPU capacity in data centers specifically for AI. Where is Oracle now sitting in that field?
Yeah, this is very much close to what CoreWeave is doing, basically renting out GPUs to customers to train their models, to do inference workloads. It's the same kind of mindset, but the big difference is Oracle has a very high margin software and applications business that can fund some of this, the expansion capacities, because the rest of the neo clouds don't have that. They have to go out and borrow that much money and at a much higher cost.
This chart that we're looking at, let's keep it up for a second, guys, if we can. It breaks down the outlook. It's almost like ARR, but they're basically saying that by the end of this decade, there's going to be $60 billion in upside based on what Oracle told us relative to consensus, like what we saw happening. Anurag, you've built a deep coverage of this company as an analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. Can you explain materially what has changed for Oracle, what it is they're actually doing in the real world that's driving the potential growth?
I think the biggest thing is they have the latest infrastructure right now. They were buying chips from NVIDIA. They are creating bare metal computing for anybody to come out and host their application. Or if they want to train their large language model or small language model, this capacity is up for rental. And that's really the business Oracle is in. The big issue is right now there is a massive shortage of these kinds of computing capacity. So everybody is trying to get as much computing capacity as they can. So they are rushing to new clouds like Nebius or CoreWeave for Oracle, Amazon, everybody. And I think everybody is beneficiary here, not just one particular data center. It's just the only thing is Oracle's revenue base in cloud infrastructure was roughly around 10 billion a year ago or so in the last financial years. And then compared to, let's say, Amazon's 125 billion or Azure's 75 billion.
Just very quickly, Anurag, I've known Oracle as a database software name, and there seems to be a hard pivot. Is the hard pivot the right characterization?
Yeah, but the hard pivot started, to be very honest, 2017, 20. I mean, it's been going on for a while, but a lot of that was for their own database business. And in comes AI, and everybody's looking for computing capacity, and they're there to offer those services.